Second date update.
We've never done this before. A guy named Nick reached out to us for a second date update.
Okay.
The strange part is, he says he's never even went out on a date with this girl to begin with.
So wait.
Wrong segment then, buddy.
We would need a first date update then.
Yeah.
That's not what we do.
Nick, I'm hoping you've at least talked to this woman and it's not your neighbor that you're looking at through your telescope right now.
Nick?
Is it?
Step
I hear
from
heavy
the
breathing.
telescope.
I am here. I was just laughing.
Okay.
You sound like you're doing more than laughing.
No, there's no telescopes involved, I promise you.
Okay, is the woman real? Does she have a name? Does she exist?
Yes, her name is Whitney, and she exists, and she's amazing.
Whitney sounds like a made-up name.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
Wait, how do you know she's amazing if you've never gone out with her?
We've never met in person, but we have met and communicated a lot online.
Okay, there's a lot of people, I use that in air quotes, online that aren't real in real life.
Right. No, I know she exists. Like, we have FaceTimed. We've had extensive communication online where we've actually seen each other.
Good.
So why aren't you going on a date with her?
Well, because she lives in a different state.
We didn't tell us that.
Oh, yeah.
That's very important information at the beginning.
Maybe lead off with that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, guys, I really felt like I was falling in love with this girl.
Ooh, that's
Okay,
so cute. But no,
whoa. You're falling in
haven't
love
seen
with this
that.
girl? You haven't even seen her.
on FaceTime
Yeah, I've
he
seen
has.
her. I mean, I've seen her. We FaceTimed. I was so connected with this woman. Like, we have very similar, like, families. We both have sisters. We both have similar holiday things that we do. Like,
Well, hold on. I hear that she has a sister. He has a sister. Sounds like they connected. That's love right there.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
you know
if the
what? You're
sisters
right.
have anything to do with
There's a
it,
common
but
bound. You guys don't know.
Get the marriage documents ready. You guys both have sisters.
I think that it's romantic and that it's refreshing that you were connected to a woman on a much bigger level than just a physical
Yeah,
one.
5G level.
thank
For real.
I was planning on flying her out or flying out to see her. That was the next step, but things just haven't been the same for a bit. So things aren't really working out the way I had wanted. So that's why I contacted you guys.
All right, so this would normally be the time where I would ask you about the date that you took her on, but you haven't done that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we have, because it started out that we would talk like a few times a day, just like little things here and there, check in.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where we would be communicating for like hours every night.
Wow.
That's intense.
Yeah, I know. And it was going so well. We would talk constantly. And it was great like that for about like 3 weeks, I would say. And then she started not responding as quickly.
Yeah.
And then we weren't talking every night.
there must be something that you have done during these conversations that has turned her off.
No.
Well, the last photo I sent her, I took a photo of my breakfast, and it was like 2 heart-shaped pancakes that I made, and then I kind of spelled out like "I love you" in bacon. And I know that's corny, but it's also like sweet, and that's how I feel.
I mean, it seems like a lot to drop the L word and never seeing each other in person.
I mean, I spelt it in bacon.
Okay, you're spelling out the word love in bacon to this girl already?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's testing the waters to see what was her response to that.
I mean, not much.
Not much. Okay, that's not good.
I know, and I haven't really heard from her in about the last 48 hours, which is rare because ever since we started communicating, we've never gone 48 hours without at least checking in.
So how do you want us to help? Because she obviously doesn't listen to our show.
I don't know. How can we get her? How can I get her to listen to me?
How can we get her?
Yeah, okay.
That's quite a
Listen.
statement.
Get her on the show is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Or find out if you did something wrong, or
Yeah,
if she is
exactly.
just scared.
It sounds like he's just coming out a little too strong, but you were both feeling it, the chemistry at one point, so that's great.
Well, also, I forgot to tell you this as well. She did mention she had this friend that was kind of hesitant about our relationship, and I don't know if that has something to do with it. Like her friend is like jealous or just doesn't trust me because of the whole online thing, or maybe she's found met somebody else. I don't know. My mind is just kind of racing about the whole thing, and I was hoping you could help me in somehow.
All right. Well, just calm down about it a little bit. Maybe pop a Valium because you're getting a little bit excited talking about her.
I am amped up because, I care a lot about this girl. And if there's any chance that you can help me out, communicate with her, I would just really appreciate it because, I just don't know what else to do, honestly.
All right. I guess we'll do it.
Yeah.
I guess we'll do
That's
it.
the whole point
All right.
of this,
Thanks,
Jeffrey.
Jeff.
Why do you hate love so much all of a sudden? What is your problem?
This is
But
just different. This guy's never even been on a date with her. But you know what?
This is a
It's
21st
not-
century,
Yes.
Jeffrey, okay? It's a different way that people fall in love.
Just the
Catch
fact-
up, man.
The fact that they call each other every day in this day and age, that's crazy. That's more than most people.
It is
He's
crazy.
probably
It
getting more
scares me.
action than you are just via an internet screen, okay?
All right. Well, you know what? Maybe we're going to prove me wrong. We're going to
Yes.
play a song. We'll come back and we'll give Whitney a call and see if we can get you a second date update. Okay, Nick?
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Well, just hold on. We haven't gotten you the date yet. We're just making a call.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Okay. That's the energy I want. Yeah, we'll be back after this.
Second date update.
How do you know when you're really in love?
Oh,
Is it when you memorize that person's favorite coffee order?
for sure.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Good sign.
Is it when you include them in your Facebook profile picture?
Oh, hey, boo.
Yo, that's official.
Is it when you can confidently leave the door open while taking a number 2 in their apartment?
So gross.
No, that is love,
I
though.
mean, that's just a long time in marriage.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's love.
It's something.
No.
I think the real sign of true love is when you can spell out that person's name in breakfast sausage
Oh, man. It's always about the meats.
and then send a photo of that in a text message. Because that's what our listener Nick did for a girl named Whitney, even though they've never gone out on a real date or seen each other in person. They live in different states, but they've been chatting on the phone and over Skype for hours on end. But lately, she's become tough to reach.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, I'll admit, I was skeptical when we were talking before, but during the song break, I thought about it, chugged a ton of NyQuil, and I definitely feel different.
That's it?
Yeah,
I love that. Thank you for the support.
you're welcome.
That's
Yeah.
not support. That's
You guys, I believe you, Nick. I think that love can totally happen that way. Do you regret sending that picture? Because it does seem like that was the moment things shifted.
Yeah, I think I would have, had I to do it again, it would have been a little different.
But I mean, it's just bacon. It's not like you're actually dropping the L bomb.
No, I think bacon is the highest form of romance, right above diamond rings. So you can't go anywhere but down from here.
I agree.
All right.
oh man.
Well, let's get your bacon lover on the phone, and we'll see if you can get you a second date update, okay?
All right, I'm nervous.
All right. I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Whitney, please?
This is her.
Hi, Whitney. My name's Young Jeffrey. I work for the radio.
What is this about?
This is about you.
Well, obviously.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Sorry.
Did I win something?
No, you didn't win. Well, maybe you won something, in a way.
Maybe.
Yeah, you've probably never heard our show, Whitney. We're in a different city than you, different state, actually.
So why are you calling me then?
We're calling you because we do something on our show called a second date update.
Okay.
I'm guessing you don't know what that is, but basically, when one of our listeners needs help figuring out why they're not getting a call after a date, we're willing to do that for them. And we're calling on behalf of a guy named Nick. Do you remember going out with Nick?
But they never really went out.
Oh,
so
right.
that doesn't
That's
really
right.
count. Yeah.
This is so different than what we normally do. I've totally screwed this up. So you've been chatting recently with someone named Nick.
And
Yeah.
it feels like you guys have been on quite a few dates because of how much time you've spent online together.
All right. What did he say about me?
He said he loves you.
No,
Oh,
not. He didn't say it
slow
like that.
down. He sent a
Help.
picture to you in bacon. He thought everything was going well.
Yes.
He felt like he's never connected to somebody like he connects with you, and he was really excited about it. And now you're not calling him back after he sent one simple picture of "I love you" spelled out in bacon, and he's wondering if he freaked you out.
Well, to be honest, the bacon message was definitely a little overwhelming.
Mhm.
Okay.
But, I was falling for him, too.
See, Jeff?
So you were on board.
How come you didn't bacon text him back then?
Well, I talked to my friend, and
No.
my friend's always someone that, gives me really good advice. And so I just need to pull back for a minute.
I'm not
Hold-
understanding.
Yeah. Well, who is this friend? Is it a guy or girlfriend?
It's actually like my very trusted stuffed animal that I've had for a long time. And it's like my inner self tells me, if things are okay or not.
She can't-
Wait,
What?
are you joking right
Yeah,
now?
I
Is this a
laugh.
joke?
Do you want to talk to her?
Wait,
Wait, hold
Whitney,
on.
Whitney, are you joking?
No, No, it's kind of like how Mr. Rogers does it, you know?
Oh, Mr. Rogers does it.
Yeah, you don't remember having the little puppets and...
You have a puppet friend that's telling you not to date a guy?
Yeah, it's Sparkle. I've had her for many years.
Put Sparkles on the phone. We'd love to chat with her.
Hi, this is Sparkle.
Hi, Sparkles.
Hello.
Wait, what are
Oh
we
my
doing?
God, I don't know. But
is
Sparkles,
this-
wait, why don't you like Nick?
Because he might not like me. He might throw me away and I never see Whitney ever
I
again.
thought it was a doll.
Okay,
Like
no, this
her
is, yeah.
Hold on.
Sparkles, you do realize that Whitney deserves to be loved and that Whitney won't let you be thrown away, right? I'm doing this.
I thought it was a doll.
If he likes Whitney, he has to keep me too.
Okay. Hey,
Talk to a
Sparkles,
person?
have you ever met Nick before? Does Nick know about you?
I don't think Nick knows about me. If he knows about me, he might throw me away.
Oh, so
Okay.
you haven't told?
So
Dating online is
I
so weird.
Wait, so
I think we need Whitney back on the phone.
Yeah, let's talk to Whitney again, please.
oh, Jeff is so mad.
Whitney.
Hello?
Is this Whitney?
Who's this?
This is Whitney.
I thought it was another doll for a
Whitney.
second.
Whitney.
Have you told Nick about Sparkles?
No, I haven't told him about Sparkle.
Well,
Oh.
I can't imagine why, but I'm sure Nick would like to know about Sparkles. Maybe Sparkles and Nick should have a conversation so that you guys can actually go out, don't you think?
No.
It's definitely a possibility.
Well, we
Okay,
are giving
that's
you that
good.
chance because we didn't tell you this, but Nick has been on the other line listening, and he heard everything that you and Sparkles said, and he wants to talk to you both, I guess.
Oh.
Nick?
Does he want to talk to her?
Yeah, is he still there? He probably hung up.
Nick,
Nick,
are you there?
Nick.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey.
Wow, just I have a lot of questions.
Yeah. Sparkle is just basically like my inner voice, you know?
Yeah, Whitney is okay with you guys going out, but Sparkles has an issue.
Right, and
Maybe, Nick, you should talk to Spark. Could we get Sparkles back on the phone so Nick can have a conversation with Sparkles, and then maybe they can work something out?
I don't want to
No,
get
stop.
confused.
I don't know as I'm ready for that.
Okay, wait, Nick, I mean, when she explains it like that it's just basically she's having an inner dialogue with herself that comes out, does that sit okay with you?
I understand that. I think we all have that, but most of us kind of keep it internal.
That's a good way to put it. And a lot of people still have stuffed animals and blankets from their childhood. I still have a baby blanket.
Sure.
Brooke has stuffed animals.
Yeah, I sleep with stuffed animals every night. They don't talk to me very often, but but my stuffed animals were okay with me starting a relationship and getting married.
And now she's married.
And trust me, Whitney, my husband has tried to throw these things out many times, and I have just
Oh.
stopped that. You can do that in your relationship.
Honestly, I wouldn't go out with you, Nick, if you wouldn't accept Sparkles.
Yeah. Okay. Do other people know about Sparkles?
I don't show Sparkles to everybody, only those that I trust.
Oh my God, Nick.
So that's a compliment,
Wait.
Nick.
Uh-huh.
Whitney, the entire time you were talking about your friend, you were referring to Sparkles?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wow.
Best
So
friend.
Sparkles is the friend that is not okay with Nick and Whitney
Yeah.
being together. Well, maybe...
Yeah, I'm not sure about Nick. I'm just not sure.
Wait, hold on. Is this Sparkles on the phone again?
Yeah,
Duh.
that's Sparkles.
Okay.
Hi, this is Sparkles.
Hey, Sparkles.
Oh my gosh. Do it.
I don't
You have to do
I don't
it.
even know how to do this.
You got to do
Who do
it.
you ask?
I mean, Sparkles is on the phone. I think we start with Sparkles, then we go to Whitney.
All right. Sparkles, here's the deal.
That's the hard one.
Nick really wants to go out with Whitney. So if you'll let her, we would pay for Whitney and Nick to go out on a date if it's okay with you.
As long as I can be there, it's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
That's a yes.
step.
We got our first yes.
That's
Now, Whitney,
good thing.
Sparkles has signed off on the relationship. Will you go out with Nick one more time? We'll pay for it. Or for the first time, we'll pay for it.
Okay, wow, yeah. I'm surprised that Sparkles is okay with it, and I am on board with it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's some excitement.
How is she surprised?
We did it.
Okay.
Nick,
Yeah, Nick, congratulations.
you got a second date or a first date.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit, I think.
Why? Do you have a friend that's a little bit hesitant about this too? Do we need to get him on the line?
I think that maybe we had been rushing it a little bit.
Oh.
And I think with this new information, I think maybe staying on as like friends on the phone and chatting, I think that's probably...
Sparkles don't like friends.
Sparkles and
okay.
like friends.
Sparkles, I'm sorry, this is just how I'm feeling. I can't believe I'm talking to Sparkles right now, but I am. And can I talk to Whitney again?
Yeah, this is Whitney. What's your problem with Sparkles?
I mean, I could really get into it, but I think maybe that's a conversation for a later date.
So are you telling me that you're going to tell Sparkles I love you and bacon too? Because, I mean, honestly, that would be helpful for you.
Oh, win her.
I don't think I'll do that.
Nick, Sparkles angry with you.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, don't face the rage of Sparkles.
I think we need to hang up.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't get you a date there, Nick.
Okay, good luck.
That is quite all right. I learned a lot, and that's the most important thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're never online dating again.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
For today's second date update, we got an email from a listener named Tanya, and her email said that she's desperate and needs our help.
Oh, okay. Well, we are the perfect place for desperate people.
Yeah, I didn't even read her email. I just saw an email from a female that said she was desperate, and I was like, okay, cool, we'll talk to her.
Yeah.
See what it's all about.
Okay.
Because I like desperate females. So what's up, Tanya? How you doing?
Hey, guys.
Yeah, you do sound desperate. Did you hear that high?
Yeah.
Oh, Tanya, things are bad, aren't they?
They are. I really screwed up, and I would love your help.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
then
Well,
we're-
before we get into the screw up, tell us a little bit about the person you want to call today. What's his name?
Okay, well, his name is James, and he's just really funny and handsome and kind of the whole package, and I was so into him, and I'm so frustrated.
He sounds really dreamy. How did you meet James?
Backstory, I'm recently divorced,
Okay.
and I've been wanting to get back into the dating scene, so a coworker of mine said, like, hey, I have this friend who also got out of a relationship. Like, could I hook you up?
Okay, so your friend hooked you up with James.
Yeah. So I went for it. I thought, what the heck, why not? Like, it's one date, it might be terrible, but we decided to meet up for a drink, and I got there, and the first impression was that he was very handsome. And I was like, thanks, girlfriend.
Yeah, right? Because that's always a hit or miss. You never know what people are going to set you up with.
Right, because, like, your friends, like, they may think somebody's handsome or attractive, and you get there and you're like, no, you clearly have different tastes.
Yeah, totally.
Usually, anytime my friends have hooked me up with somebody, I'm always gone back to them and like, what were you thinking? That person's so wrong for me in every way.
Right.
That's what I was afraid of, but in this circumstance, that wasn't the case.
Wow.
And we started talking, and he was actually really funny and, like, quick-witted, which is a huge turn-on for me.
Oh, my God. So he wasn't just pretty? He was more than that?
Exactly. He was pretty and funny.
Oh.
Okay. So was the date good then? You think the date was a success?
It was great. And, I was, like, suddenly interested in him long-term,
Oh, my gosh. It's your first date back from being divorced, girl.
Okay, well, you might be proud of me then for what I did next. I decided to invite him back to my place.
Now you're getting back to the single life.
I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, listen to her.
So we got back to my place, and we, like, started making out within, like, 10 seconds.
Nice.
Ew, gross.
There.
Yuck.
Oh, my
Gross.
gosh. Whatever. That is so hot.
All right, so did you guys hook up then? All the way?
All the way.
All the way?
It does sound like a junior high question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you like him like more than a friend?
It does sound like a junior high question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you like him like more than a friend?
But I'm also curious.
Unfortunately, no. So this is where I am just kicking myself, okay?
What?
So we're like making out on the couch, and I hear keys jingling in the door.
Oh, no.
What?
Wait, do you have a roommate?
I don't have a roommate.
You're not fully divorced yet. You're just going through like the paperwork process and your husband came home.
Whoa, that was specific.
So
Well, I was joking. I mean, is that for real?
it's pretty for real.
What?
Girl, what are you doing? You're living with a almost ex and you're inviting a dude that's hot back to your place? That
No,
you
no,
live
no, no, no,
with
no,
him?
no, no.
Wait.
You misunderstand because he doesn't live with me anymore, but he still has keys. And he said that he just like came to pick something up.
Oh, no, what bad timing.
Oh, man.
What time at night is this? Because it sounds like he's just trying to ruin your spot, man.
That's what it felt like. Basically what happened is so James like jumps up and he's like, I'm sorry, and like immediately apologizes to my ex and then like runs out the door.
Wait,
Oh, man.
what did your ex say to him?
I mean, he was just kind of dumbfounded. He just kind of stood there like, I don't, sorry.
And you were like, yep, moving on. What do you think? Single looks good on me, doesn't it? Idiot.
I mean, I'm not going to say that didn't feel a little good.
Right, of course. And because he was hot, too. So it's not even like you were like hooking up with a downgrade. This was an upgrade,
Right.
it sounds like.
Total upgrade.
And have you tried to get a hold of James since? I mean, we obviously know why your date was screwed up.
So he hasn't responded to any calls or text messages, and it's killing me because I just want to tell him, like, hey, like, I forgot that my ex had keys. I'm sorry. Like, we're getting divorced. It wasn't anything like that, you know?
Yeah, but getting divorced and divorced are two different things. Like, maybe he just doesn't want to be involved in that.
I wish that he would just at least talk to me. And like our mutual friend, I've talked to her and she won't give up any information. She's like, I don't want to be in the middle of it.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody wants to be in the middle of that, even including us. We might not do the second date update, actually. I don't want to get in the middle of it.
No.
But I will say to your credit, it's not like your ex-husband came in like, oh, that's my wife and I'm going to live. Like, it sounds like it was pretty chill.
Right. It was chill, except for James was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, in my head, I'm like, he shouldn't be apologizing because he's my ex, you know? Like, It's not like my ex still has ownership or ever had ownership of me, you know? Like,
and it's not like you live with your ex.
Right.
Except he does have keys to your house and shows up at all hours of the night, which
that part's kind of
could.
right.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you just tuned in to today's second date update, it's less like a second date update and more like a scene from the popular Spanish soap opera Casa de Tanya. You know the episode I'm talking about where Tanya goes out on a date with a guy and then brings him back to her house. And in the middle of them making out on the couch, oh no, Dios mío, there's keys rattling at the door. And then the door opens and it's none other than Alejandro, Tanya's ex-husband. Muy malo.
Oh, no.
And then drama ensues. Tanya, it's pretty much an accurate depiction of what happened on your date.
I wish it was. That sounds a lot more romantic than what actually happened.
Yeah.
Like Telemundo.
I mean, let's be
Yeah, I know.
honest. And if it was a real soap opera, he would have been risen from the dead to come back to your house.
Yep. And then she would have slapped both of them, and it would have been crazy.
Maybe that happened. We don't know yet. We haven't talked to James. All right, Tanya, we're about to call James and see if the fact that your ex-husband came over to your house while you guys were making out ruined everything for you. Are you ready?
I just want to do over, you know, guys? Like, I just want to do it again.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to dial James' phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone and find out if we can get you another date, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to James, please?
Yeah, this is he.
James, how you doing, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show?
Yeah, I think I've heard of that. Why are you calling me?
Just to talk.
No, that's not why we're calling you.
You know, we're calling random people who might listen to the show and just saying, hey, what's up, James? What's new in your life, you know? It's been a while.
I don't actually listen to your show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, then in that case, I'll just tell you that we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So we got an email about you from one of our listeners, and her name is Tanya.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, it is Tanya.
No, thank you. No, thanks.
Wait, no thank you as in you don't want to talk about Tanya, or you don't care to know what she emailed us?
Really, any of it. I don't want to be any part of that drama whatsoever.
Okay.
That girl's evil. And I don't want. No, thank you. I'm good.
Evil. All right, hold on, though. James, don't go anywhere. Listen, hear me out for a second, all right? Because Tanya did email us, and she told us what happened on your date, and the fact that her ex-husband came over to her house while you guys were, like, hanging out on the couch or whatever. And she feels bad about that. I don't think that makes her evil.
And it sounds like she maybe wasn't like totally honest with you because she's actually still in the middle of the divorce, not totally divorced yet, but they're separated. Like they're not a thing.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I do not want to be part of any of this drama. So thank you for calling. I'm gonna go.
Well, hold up, James. I don't think there's as much drama as you think, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sounds like, I mean, from her description, I mean, yeah, that's super awkward that her ex-husband would walk in when you guys were hanging out on the couch, but it doesn't sound like there was like a big beef or something.
No, it seems like I know a whole lot more about this than you guys do.
What?
Well, you were there, so that would make
Yeah,
sense.
all we know is what Tanya told us, and what she told us is that her ex came over, and then you left thinking that maybe there was more going on.
Yeah, there is a whole lot more going on.
What else is going on?
Okay, well, can you tell us? Just real quick?
No, I told you I'm going to go, so I really don't want to talk about
James,
any of this stuff, man.
It's really quick,
Can you just, for a second, we'll get you off the phone quick, I promise. Tell us one thing, like what else is there to the story?
If you really want to know.
Yes, just like I said, quickly.
After the date, I was completely pissed off by the whole situation, so I go to our friend, and I'm like, why would you even put me in that situation? Like, why would you do that to me? Yeah. And she wouldn't tell me, and she was, like, being coy or whatever. And eventually she came out with it that Tanya's still in love with her ex and that she'd planned the whole thing just so that, like, he would show up and see us together and set me up. And I was a pawn in this whole game for her to make her ex-husband jealous.
Wait, so she like set up the timing of her ex coming back into the house just so her ex could see?
Yeah, apparently she told her ex what time we'd be there so that the timing would work out so that he would walk in on us.
Whoa. Are
and
you
you have a problem with that?
Yeah.
That's a problem for you, James?
Yeah, I've got a big problem with that because I don't like to be used in that way or, put on the spot like I'm being put on the spot right now. So,
my God. But that doesn't make sense. If that's what she was doing, why would she contact us to get you and her to go out on a second date?
Because she's evil. Like I said, she's crazy and she's evil, and that's all this whole thing is about. So
yeah, but it takes a lot of effort to email a radio show and then talk to us and then call you and do all that. If she didn't actually like you and she was just trying to set up her ex, do you think she would do all that?
It's actually not that much effort to email someone. So
That's a very good point.
Good point.
But I don't get it. James, why would her friend call her out like that?
I don't know. I'm really over all of this, and so the whole situation. There's like literally nothing you can say to make me feel better about this. So I should really.
Well, James, hold on. I know you're trying to go, but what if I tell you Tanya's on the other line and wants to talk to you? Would that make you feel better?
No. Is she?
Yes, James, I'm here. Please don't go. Just will you just hear me out, please?
No, I'm good.
Look, I'm so embarrassed, and I just want to say how sorry I am that this happened. And look, I didn't mean for it to happen the way that it did. And
wait, or did you? That's the whole question. Did you mean for it to happen that way?
Well, sort of.
What?
But
exactly.
No.
my gosh.
Okay, wait. Let me explain.
Exactly.
Let me explain. I wasn't over my ex yet at the time, and I did set it up, but I didn't realize that I would fall for you.
Exactly. See, this is what I'm talking about.
No, listen, I wasn't over my ex yet, and I wanted to do this, but then I met you, and you're charming and funny and Clifford,
It
you
doesn't
made me
matter.
laugh.
It doesn't matter at this point. Like, it's all done. It was a horrible thing to do, and you put me on the spot, and it was the worst thing to, like, weasel out of there, with whoever this guy is, and no.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. It was a terrible thing to do, but you have to admit, you've been in a serious relationship too. Sometimes we do things that we shouldn't, and it's
not like
screwed up,
this.
but
It doesn't happen like this. I mean, no.
you don't understand. Like, you made me realize that I'm not in love with my husband anymore. Like, I thought that I wanted him back, but the truth is I just wanted a great guy like you.
Oh, awesome. That's a really great way to use someone. Thank you. Glad I can help
wasn't
you feel better
using it.
about yourself.
James, you have no idea. Like, I felt guilty making out with you knowing that my husband was going to come home every second. I didn't expect to feel that way.
I felt guilty about it. Oh my God. Then maybe you could have warned the man that it was going to happen.
Yeah, then you should have said something and just been normal about it like everyone else instead of whatever this whole charade was.
Well, I almost texted my ex-husband not to come, but we were making out, and that would have been even more awkward. Like, why I'm texting my husband while we're making out.
Oh, yeah, that would have been way less awkward than having him walk in on us while I'm making out with his ex-wife.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to happen that way, but it just did. And I totally get how upset you are, but I also totally believe in second chances, and I think that you should give me a second chance.
But Tanya, I mean, yeah, everybody wants their ex to be jealous. Like, I get that. I think that there's not a person alive that could not understand that feeling. But we do that by posting cute pictures of ourselves on social media, not by inviting them over to our house when you're making out with another man.
Exactly.
But what if my ex isn't on social media?
Dude.
Well, then you got to invite him over. I think that's the only way to do it.
That is so manipulative on so many levels.
Man. I was just hoping that he would come in and see me with this other guy and realize that he was jealous and that he still wanted me. But what actually happened is that he came in and I realized that I didn't care about him anymore. I mean, I care about him. I know that we're not right for each other. And all of that's because I started to have feelings for you, James.
Oh, man.
Well, that is just romantic.
Not really.
No, it's touched my heart, James.
No, you need to get right with yourself before you have feelings for anybody else. That shouldn't be what gets you over a marriage.
I think you got a lot to work out there, so I really don't want to be any part of this.
Look, I just want to apologize for the way I treated you, and if you will let me, I'd like to go out again and just start over with a clean slate.
In that case, James, would you like to go on a second date with Tanya? We will pay for it.
Good timing.
We're not following along with the conversation correctly.
Yeah, you have a hard time listening.
Are you actually asking me that?
Yeah, no, yeah, I am. But it's only because I have to at the end of these second date updates. I know your answer, I think.
No, thank you.
Oh.
I'm really sorry, James. I messed up, and that's something that I'm learning that I need to work on. So I'm really, really sorry.
Good luck with other dates that you have. So.
Thanks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe one of those dates will be the right person to make your husband just jealous enough to take you back, Tanya.
Oh.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today, for your second date update, Amy is on the phone, and Amy says she's worried that her work got in the way of her first date.
Oh.
Ooh, no.
Which will happen when you're a porta potty diver. Because
Oh.
you're down there all day trying to fish stuff out. You don't smell very good when you go on the dates, I'm assuming. Is that what you do for a living, Amy?
No, I am not a porta potty diver. I am actually a musical therapist.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
A musical therapist?
So I motivate my clients through singing uplifting songs to them. You know, I kind of, Well, it's receptive music therapy. It gets them into a meditative state, and it really transforms their outlooks. It gets them into a relaxed space. And when you sing to somebody that's dealing with mental turmoil, it actually kind of shifts the chemistry of the brain a little bit.
Whoa. I cannot believe you're something more interesting than a porta potty diver.
Yeah. And Amy, I've been through pretty much every form of therapy that I have ever imagined, and I had no idea that there was this one. So it looks like somebody's got to go look for a new doctor.
Well, I am seeing clients, so just let me know.
Okay.
Well, I'll hit you up. Can't wait for you to sing to me.
God, I don't want to talk about the date now. I just want to talk about what she does and have us sing to her. Fine, you went on a date, Amy. They're not calling you back.
I'm interested to how that got in the way of your work. I mean, you didn't start trying to sing him through some mental turmoil in the middle of your date, did you?
Well, I mean, it did come up pretty organically, to be honest. He came in.
So you did?
Well, I usually do.
Okay, one second. Now, before we get to that, Amy, because that's going to take some time. What's the guy's name?
His name is Rick.
Rick, and where'd you meet Rick?
Rick and I actually met at a yoga class.
Okay.
And
what did you like about Rick?
He was just very charming and friendly, and he approached me, and I thought that, maybe we would hit it off, and it seemed like we did.
So what did you guys do on your date?
We went to dinner, and it was a really nice little French place, pretty quiet, but he was a little bit late.
And how did that make you feel, Amy? Amy, how did that make you feel that he was late?
That's very funny. You obviously have had some experience with therapy before.
Some.
More than you can ever imagine, Amy. So anyway, how late was he?
He was only about 20 minutes late, but it really seemed to stress him out. He came in, and I could just feel his energy was so frazzled. And, we were in a public setting, so I didn't want to sing to him right there, but I've been in this field for so long, and I can always tell when my music is going to make a difference in easing someone's tension.
Okay.
So, wait.
So, Amy, did you just start singing to him out of the blue?
Well, I asked him to come a little closer and told him that that's what I would be doing if he was comfortable, and he said he was. So
okay.
Prior to this, did he know what your line of work was?
I think he may have known that I was in therapy, but I don't think he was fully aware to what extent.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Would you sing to him that old song by Next, Too Close?
Not quite.
Okay.
He needed a little motivation. He needed a little everything's okay kind of music. So I just brought him in a little close, and I sang him one that works for almost all of my patients.
Can you give us a sample?
Well, I started with the chorus for him, which is just, hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, go play, and all that glitters is gold.
Dude, Amy.
Are you joking,
Amy, you know what? I was skeptical as soon as you started singing. So relaxed right now.
Come on.
Amy, this
is totally it. This is the reason he's not calling back.
But he seemed really, really relaxed by it. He laughed a little at first. Most people do. But he then kind of sank into himself and opened up. And we really had a lovely time after that. About an hour's worth of conversation, and it just didn't stop.
Wow.
Okay, well, what happened at the end of the date?
We hugged goodbye, and I sang him a little goodbye tune as he left, and that was it.
Boys to Men never say goodbye.
Oh, no.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
I stay away from Boys to Men.
Okay, what's the goodbye tune that you sang?
I do it with all of my clients, and some of my friends, and I even do it with one another, but I always sing Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's very much a you can do it song. There's nothing that's going to get in the way of you pursuing the world to the best of your ability.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't no mountain high enough. No valley low enough.
This is so strange to me. So, Amy, even if, he was into the songs, don't you think it's kind of strange to treat your date as if he were your client?
Well, I wasn't really planning on it, but then he just came in with so much stress. It was like the world was on his shoulders, and I knew that if I took that moment with him, that maybe I could just help him move forward, and it called to me in that moment.
Well, your email said that you think your job got in the way. You must you must, I don't want to tell you how to feel, Amy, but you must think that the singing had something to do with it.
Well, I do. It gets called into question on occasion, and I wasn't really questioning my choice that evening, but now I'm kind of second guessing if that behavior maybe wasn't the right move with him, which is unfortunate. I really enjoyed myself.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, unless you want to sing the song.
I think I get enough in my day-to-day. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Then we'll play a song, come back, and call him and get your second date update, all right?
Great, thank you.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Amy?
Yep.
Before we get into the second date update, you're a musical therapist. You help people deal with their problems through music. And I can sense that you're a little nervous right now, and so I thought maybe I'd help you out and let you know that you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. Faith.
And see, I feel more at ease now.
Don't you?
You're joking now, right, Amy? I can't tell when you're joking and when you're not.
With that one a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Amy, I wanna touch your body.
Whoa, Jubal. Too far, man.
Weird.
The lyrics of the song.
No.
Okay, we're about to call him, and if for some reason you missed the first part of the second date update, like I said, Amy is a musical therapist. She went out with a dude named Rick. He was late for the date and was stressed out, so Amy tried to help him by using her craft and singing him a song. She sang him Smash Mouth's All-Star because that's one of Amy's go-tos.
I can't help but laugh at that, Amy.
Well, if you listen to the message, I can see why. It's positive.
Exactly. It's helped so many.
Right.
So if that's the reason he's not calling you back, are you willing to stop singing on future dates?
I mean, I'm willing to maybe tone it back a little, but this is something that I truly believe in.
Yeah.
Right.
And I can't really be with someone who doesn't support and appreciate that, you know?
And you know what that is, Amy? That's stating your needs and setting a boundary, and I support that. And I'm going to call him right now, all right?
Wow, you really have had a lot of therapy, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. Now I'm going to dial Rick's phone number and see if we can get him on the phone and find out why he's not calling you back, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Rick?
this is Rick.
Hey, Rick, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Are you familiar with the show?
I've heard the show once.
Awesome.
times,
Once. Cool. Okay.
Wait, so are you part of the show, or I don't understand what's going on?
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm the Jubal part in the Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm speaking to Jubal.
Yes. Actually, you're speaking to the whole show.
Yeah, we're
right
here
now.
too. Hey, Rick.
What's up?
Okay, this is strange.
Rick, the reason I'm calling you is we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So we recently got an email about you from a woman named Amy.
Oh.
You remember
Okay.
Amy?
Yeah. She emailed you?
Yes, she did. She told us that you're an all-star and that you should get your game on and you should go play, man.
Okay. Oh my God. So she told you what happened.
Yes. and
Yes,
it is
she told us about
crazy.
your date, and she told us how she's a musical therapist, and she told us about how she thinks singing to you on a first date might have scared you off.
Okay. Scared me off. Not necessarily. Yes, she's a musical therapist.
Wait, hold on. You weren't freaked out when she started singing Smash Mouth to you?
I mean, I was just taking it in, just like someone
Okay.
like singing to you is kind of weird, but
Okay.
but here's the thing: the next day and like the week after that, I had those songs stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just even talking to her and going through that song, I can't stop singing it in my head.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck in my head, too.
I mean, the songs that she was singing to me were so catchy. I've heard to refer to as earworms. It just wouldn't leave my head.
Oh, really?
So,
And that's why I didn't really call her back. Do I need more of that in my life?
you should be happy she didn't sing Who Let the Dogs Out. That would have definitely got stuck in your head.
Wait, no, it's not the actual singing. It's that the songs were too catchy that she sung to you.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine dating someone that would sing these songs to me. They'd be stuck in my head all the time.
Huh.
Wow.
That is an interesting hurdle to jump.
I mean, I guess.
Rick, I wish I had a song to sing you about this, but I can't think of one. But Amy is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
So she's been listening?
Yes, she has. Oh, I could have sang Mr. Telephone Man.
Well, that would have been good. What about-
Anyway,
Hello?
sorry. I'm stuck on that, and I need to concentrate on the fact that Amy's on the other end. Amy, you still there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey.
Are you? Hi.
Hi, Rick. Listen, I hear what you're saying about the songs being stuck in your head, but I just want you to know that they're supposed to travel with you throughout your days so that as you go about your everyday life, just in the back of your mind, it's going to make your day a little bit better. And if you can just incorporate that into your life instead of trying to push it away, then it'll have infinite benefits.
Whoa.
Yeah, but the songs that you sang to me kind of suck.
Hey, I mean, he's got a point. Having your life overtaken by Smash Mouth is not...
Well, then, do you know what you need to do, Rick? You just gotta shake it off. Shake it off, because players gonna play. And haters gonna hate.
What's going on? What are you doing right now?
I am telling you that I am a musical therapist, Rick. I'm telling you to use these songs to help you through whatever issue it is that you're going through, whether it's with me or with your work. And you know what? If you finally put those walls down and embrace it, you will be walking on sunshine.
Whoa.
Walking on sunshine.
Dude, Amy, I'm with you on that one.
Don't you want to feel good?
I can't with Amy.
I mean, I want to feel good, but it's really annoying. I can't live like that. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not a matter of turning it on and off. It's when the moment moves me, I have to help. That's my calling in life.
I understand that, but I mean, when I was late, the only problem was I left my keys at my house. It wasn't that big of a deal. I don't understand why it was worthy of a song.
Because, Rick, it was obvious that it wasn't just about your keys.
Then what was it? I mean,
The reality of the situation is that when you got there and you were finally sitting down, you didn't let it go. Your mind may have been focused on the keys, but I could tell that there are much bigger underlying issues that deserve exploration, Rick.
You got to help that inner child get his keys back, Rick.
I mean, yeah, maybe you're right. I haven't really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Really?
You guys, this is a
There's
date.
an inner child in you who can't find his keys, and you're too focused on finding the adult's keys.
I don't know what's going on. This is not a therapy session.
You know, I think he's joking, but at the same time, he has a really good point, Rick. That's why I chose to sing to you.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know where to go with this. I mean, should I go on another date, or should I just seek out therapy, or?
Sounds like free therapy to me.
Yeah.
Questioning life now.
Rick, I think you go out on another date, and then maybe she can refer you to somebody else. But would you like to go out with Amy on a second date? We will pay for it.
He's so confused.
I mean, she did bring up some good points about the keys and how I get very stressed out, really easily, and it actually makes me think a lot more. And wow. I think I would like to continue that conversation. So yeah.
What?
Hey!
Okay.
This is the most surprising second date update I think we've ever done.
Well, I think we need to figure out if this is going to be a date or if this is going to be a session, because I can't actually mix my professional and personal lives in that way. So if you're looking for help and not companionship, then I am going to have to charge you.
What? Amy? Like the first date, you're mixing all over the place.
You know, I need to know, is this Rick wanting to seek another therapy session, or is he actually looking for something romantic?
Rick, we need you to clarify. Do you want more counseling with Amy, or do you want to go on a date with Amy?
Yeah, I think the more helpful thing for me would just be therapy, just to do the session thing.
Whoa,
Okay.
really?
So,
You know, Rick, I think you've made the right choice.
Of course you do.
and Rick, we all support you in your decision. So I guess here's the thing, though. We do pay for a second date update. I'm sorry, I can't pay for counseling sessions with Amy.
Not even one?
Okay, we'll do your first session. Fine. We'll pay for your first session with Amy, and then after that, you're on your own.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Oh my God, I think that this is more successful than any other second date we've ever had.
But let's not forget about Amy. Amy, you didn't get a second date, but you did score a new client.
Well, that's okay because I know that my heart will go on. I'll make it.
That was great.
And Amy, actually 2 new clients. Do you have anything on Tuesday around 2 o'clock?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Do you know what you need to do, Rick? You just gotta shake it off. Shake it off, because players gonna play. And haters gonna hate.
What's going on? What are you doing right now?
I am telling you that I am a musical therapist, Rick. I'm telling you to use these songs to help you through whatever issue it is that you're going through, whether it's with me or with your work. And you know what? If you finally put those walls down and embrace it, you will be walking on sunshine.
Oh. That is a clip from today's second date update. Before it, we said it was going to be one of the strangest ones you've ever heard, and I guarantee you probably agree with me, except there are a lot of people on the text message board at 78592 right now that say, I want to book a session with Amy.
What?
No.
She's like a walking musical, you guys.
Yeah.
I will say impressive that she could come up with a song for every situation.
You missed it. Amy is a singing therapist.
Yeah.
And she went on a date with Rick. Rick wasn't calling back. Why? Because the singing thing wasn't necessarily weird to him, but she sang some songs that got stuck in his head. He's like, I don't know if I could be around her all the time. Mm-hmm. Well, at the end of the whole thing, he ended up booking a session with her because she felt like he's got some unresolved anger issues.
Yeah.
He agreed.
And he agreed.
Guys, there's no way she went to school for this. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she had to create
this has
this
got to
job.
be some crack
No.
psychology or something.
It's a thing. I looked it up. I've heard of pretty much every single form. When you've been in therapy since kindergarten, you've pretty much heard of every single form of therapy. I'd never heard of this one before, and now I guess I have to try it because I have to do every single one. I have to do every single
Oh
one.
my God! If this
It's
turns
a
out to
legit
be
thing.
the thing that actually changes you, Jubal, I
Dude.
don't want you singing all over the place.
You're
I just
around-
can't. I'll take Angry Jubal.
Yeah.
That's going to be my new thing.
You're around
Just
too much music. You will never
music
stop.
therapy. All right, remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Ben, the guy who's on the phone for a second date update right now, thinks his date was ruined because he ironed his clothes.
What?
I don't know exactly how that could ruin a date, but we'll find out. Ben, how are you? Hopefully you're wearing some wrinkled clothing right now, so this goes well.
I'm doing okay. How are you guys?
Okay, I mean, a little confused because it feels like you think that women love crumpled T-shirts, but I don't know really what's going on.
I should explain a little bit more so you guys understand.
Okay.
Oh, no, I understand perfectly.
No, I don't think you
I have
do.
no idea what you're talking about, Ben. Yeah, please explain. What's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Alicia.
Alicia, okay. And where did you meet Alicia?
Just on Tinder.
Okay.
Okay, and you were both really interested in dry cleaning, and that's what brought you together.
Good one.
Thanks, Ben.
Brooks,
Coming with the dry cleaning jokes
Tell
today.
tell us about your date, Ben.
I mean, I feel like it just went off the rails just from the beginning. My mojo was just off. And I showed up 20 minutes late.
Oof.
Was that because you were ironing?
Yeah, that's exactly why. I forgot to iron my clothes, looked all over my house for my ironing board. I wanted to look nice, and I totally forgot that whole part of my routine.
I feel like 10 minutes late is the max that you can do without annoying someone.
Yeah, you're right. And what's worse is I lied about why I was late. On the spot, I was just like, traffic was horrible. And she might have known I was lying.
Right. So the people use the traffic excuse a lot, and if you're going to the same place and there was no traffic and you travel basically the same direction, you're like, they're lying.
I was just really nervous, and I was just touching my face a lot. It just looked like I was lying.
All right.
So your first impression sucked is what it sounds like.
Yeah, definitely. And it just got worse from there.
Okay, so how did, just tell us about what exactly happened.
So she was really nice and pleasant, but for some reason I went on this weird rant about people who ride bikes.
Like you hate
You don't
those
even know why.
You hate those people, or?
I mean, hate's a strong word. I just don't like how they ride on the sidewalk when there's a little bike lane, and kind of dodge them on the sidewalk. I've been hit by a couple of bikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you hit them.
And then did you find out she was an avid bike rider at the end of your rant?
No, she just kept nodding the whole time. She didn't really add a lot to the bike conversation.
She didn't.
Okay, that was just you pretty much spilling about your hatred toward bicyclists and bikes.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, that's a good impression to leave on a person.
But that's like the worst feeling because you're nervous and you're trying to get the conversation going. I think we've all been there, and like you just start snowballing and suddenly you hear yourself speaking and you can't even stop yourself from doing it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me.
Okay.
On top of that, I asked her a question that I already asked her. It was like, where'd you go to school? And she just said, you already asked me that. And I felt like, she thinks I'm not paying attention to her now.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, and then right after that, as I'm apologizing, I accidentally elbow a waiter walking by, gets drinks spilled on both of us, but mostly on me.
Oh,
Well, at least it wasn't spilled mostly on her. That's the, I guess, bright side.
Oh, all of it is just makes me like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
painful right
Whole thing is a disastrous date, Ben.
Yeah, but I don't think it mattered that I got the most of it because she said, hey, I live close by. Let me go to my place real quick, change and come back. And waited a good 20, 25 minutes for her to come back. She never did.
She just ditched.
That's so
Yeah.
cruel. Like your date was bad, but you weren't rude to her or anything.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I was being a big dummy the whole time, so I kind of get it.
Yeah, if she
All
has
right.
no chemistry, I can see why you don't.
You don't
So-
just leave in the middle of a date, okay?
she
You
owe
end
him?
it and you don't ever call him back. That's one thing, but like that's rude.
Did you try to reach out to her after?
Yeah, I called to check in on her right after that same night and then the next day, and she never picked up. She probably thinks I'm a loser.
Okay.
bro.
So, but you do want another date with her.
Yeah, I'd love to see her again. She's pretty cool.
Was she though? Because she sounds like a big jerk to me. I mean, I feel like you're letting yourself be walked on here.
Well, everything that went wrong with the date was my fault, so I feel like if I got a do-over, it could probably work out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll try to get you a do-over. We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
All right, thanks, man.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
When you think of disasters, you might think of an earthquake or a hurricane or a typhoon. I think of Ben and his dating life.
Oh no.
Ben is on the phone for a second date update right now, and his date was a... Ben, are you okay?
Did you just pass out?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I'll survive.
It just sounds like you fell down or something.
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
You are a
All right.
disaster, bro.
Well, if you missed the first part of the second date update, Ben went out with this girl named Alicia. He was 20 minutes late for their date because he was ironing. And then he got there and was just very awkward, went on a rant about how he doesn't like bikers, then asked her the same question twice, and then elbowed a waiter and spilled drinks all over the place. And then she left and just ditched him and is, of course, not calling him back. So now we're going to get on the phone and see if we can get Ben a do-over. Are you ready, man?
I'm ready, but when you recap the whole thing, it sounds pretty bad.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
poor Ben.
Just used your words.
Well, you know, you did make some mistakes, but I think the biggest mistake you made was right off the bat just not being honest with her and telling her that you were nervous for the date and that you liked her apparently a lot to be that nervous.
Well, I don't know if that's the complete truth. I was just ironing my clothes way too long.
Wasn't it to impress her though, right?
Yes, and I don't like having wrinkly clothes.
Okay. Well,
right.
maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
All right, I hope she's cool about this. Like I said before, I really screwed up this date.
All right. Well, we'll see. Here we go.
Hello?
All right. Is this Alicia?
Yes.
Hey, Alicia. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. What is this for?
Have you ever heard of Brooke and Jubal in the morning?
I think a couple of my friends listen to that.
Okay. Yeah, you have no idea. Watch, listen.
It's something.
It's a radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the morning, so they'd be listening properly.
Okay. How did you get my number?
Well, I got your number because somebody emailed it to us. His name is Ben, and you guys went on a date recently.
What?
Yeah.
Why did he give you my number?
Because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back or ditching them in the middle of the date, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And that's why Ben emailed us.
Wow, I can't believe that.
He only had nice things to say about you, even though you left him just sitting at a restaurant alone.
Well, he was extremely awkward.
We heard that.
Yeah, he did tell us that. We talked to him a little bit about your date. He said it probably wasn't the best look for him.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, he showed up 20 minutes late.
Mm-hmm.
Within 2 minutes of the date, the first thing he said is, "Oh, look at that blonde at the bar with the fake boobs."
Wait, what?
Oh, wait. What? I did not expect you to say that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So right away, I was completely turned off. And I was like, wow, this guy is really awkward and arrogant and rude.
Huh.
Rude?
Like I said, we talked to him about the date. He didn't come off as arrogant or rude at all.
Awkward, yes.
Yeah, very awkward for sure.
He seemed nervous and awkward, and I don't know if he was acting that way to compensate, maybe.
Oh, so he was trying to be a man, you think, by telling you to check out the blonde with the fake boobs?
Okay.
That's why he did the bike thing.
Yeah, and then he was telling me about all the dates he's been on lately and how everyone's in love with him and can't get enough of him. And he said there was a 99% chance I was going to sleep with him.
What?
And he wanted me to high-five him.
Okay.
Really? And you wanted you to high-five him?
Yeah.
You know what's
Okay.
happening.
We definitely went on dates with different Bens. We talked to him, and he did not sound like that type of dude.
Dude, I feel awful. When I was talking to him, I'm like, what a she is for ditching you. And now I understand why. I would have left too.
Yeah, I actually snuck to the bathroom and handed the waiter $10 to get him to spill a drink all over me.
No
Oh,
way.
It was a setup?
He thought he did it.
Yeah, that was my setup. I did that. I needed to leave. I needed a reason to leave.
That's genius.
He said the waiter
Wow.
spilled it on him, though.
Yeah, that was an accident. The waiter was supposed to spill it mostly on me, but only a little bit got on me.
Oh, really?
That's amazing.
Okay.
I mean, I think your reason to leave was when he said that there was a 99% chance you were going to sleep with him, but you outdid yourself.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And he wasn't joking. If he was, trying to be funny, then it would have worked, but he was so serious.
You would have slept with him if he was joking about it?
No, not
Oh,
You know how some people have good personalities where they're just, humorous?
yeah.
Right.
He wasn't like that. He was serious.
Okay.
It's more it's self-deprecating and not actually.
Yeah, he wasn't being sarcastic. He was serious.
Okay.
Oh,
Man, I did not.
He's awful.
I did not get that sense from him.
Yeah, I don't know what else you need from me right now. I mean, I left on purpose. I'm not going to see him again. I have no intention on speaking to him.
What I would just like one more thing, and I would like you to actually talk to Ben about it because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about? He's on the right now? He's online?
Yes, he's on another phone line. Maybe Ben, are you still there?
Yeah. Hey, Alicia, how's it going?
Why would you call the radio station like this? Why would you do this? I thought it was very clear that I didn't want to see you again.
I feel like I should ask a question before I answer any of yours. Why did you pay someone to spill a drink on me?
Did you not hear her?
You know that things weren't going well between us, and I just needed to get out of there.
Well, yeah, to pay someone to spill a drink on my freshly ironed shirt. You could have just asked to leave.
Wait, hold on. Ben, how are you turning this on her? You should be groveling and apologizing for all the rude comments you said.
She's exaggerated. I didn't say 99%. I said something like 91 or 92.
What?
Why would you even say that, though, Ben?
Well, I'm not the most confident guy. I don't date a lot. I just wanted to play up my coolness a little bit.
Coolness? That's jerkness.
It's hard to tell which Ben is the real Ben. Is it the arrogant a-hole or is the awkward dork?
Yeah.
I think I'm just an awkward dork.
Okay, you made your voice crack on purpose there, didn't you?
Alicia, I'm sorry if I came off as an asshole.
Yeah, you shouldn't compensate and try to be an asshole. Just be yourself. I think it would have been less awkward if you just weren't so arrogant and saying rude comments. I think I could have tolerated the dull conversation.
Thank you. You were nothing but kind and pleasant the whole time and very attentive. I really appreciate that. You seem like a really nice person.
See? Look at us playing nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's nice. I'm surprised I'm hearing a compliment from you. Usually you're just rude.
It sounds like you guys are getting along now.
I think so.
Hello, Ben.
Is it real?
Alicia, do
or
you
is
think so?
I don't really know what to think at this point. The whole thing was just really awkward and left like a bad taste in my mouth, and I can't get it out of my head, the whole thing, the whole experience.
If it helps, I really think the whole water spilling thing was pretty genius. Now that I think about it, I wish I could have done that. Not on our date, but like I don't know, in a different awkward situation. You're really smart person.
You're really smart.
Now she's laughing at. Well, all right. Sounds like you guys are getting along better now. Alicia, would you like to go on a second date with Ben? We'll pay for it.
I don't know. I kind of like the awkward dork type, and I feel like he sounds a little bit different than when we were on the date, so I wouldn't mind giving him like a second chance. I think it might be worth it.
Hey!
Woohoo! That's awesome. Thanks. Just to let you know, there's a 0% chance you're going to be sleeping with me. It's going to be a great day.
All right. It's gone from 91 or 92% to 0% now. Alicia.
Oh my God! Just stay away from the percentages,
Yeah.
Ben. No more percentages.
Congratulations.
I mean, that's the humor I'm talking about.
There we go.
Yeah, congratulations, Ben. You got your second date, and Alicia, good luck on the next one. Okay.
Thank you.
You guys are the best. I can't believe it. My first day was a disaster. Now I'm getting a second one. This is the best day of my life.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
In today's second date update, we're going to solve a mystery. The curious case of the date that wasn't really a date.
What?
Or was it a date?
What?
Nobody knows, including Darren, who's on the phone for a second date update right now.
Uh-oh.
Darren, your email says that you're really confused on if you were on a date or not.
Yes. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for your email. So tell us about the situation. What's the girl's name that you want to call, by the way?
Renee.
Renee, okay. And tell us a little bit about Renee.
Well, we were friends for a few months. We met, and I really liked her. She's really cute. But I didn't necessarily feel like there was any chance that she'd want to go out.
Okay.
But we did have some mutual friends in a play.
Okay.
And so we were just hanging out, and I was like, hey, there's only one night left to see this thing. Why don't we just go ahead and go together? She's like, great. So at this point, I'm like, it's not a date. We're just friends.
Okay, so you thought you were just two friends hanging out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
So how did everything go at the play?
So everything goes fine. We had a great conversation. We enjoyed the show, whatever. So I take her back home, and when we get back to her apartment, instead of just saying goodnight, she invites me in.
Okay. That's a good sign, right?
Yeah, that's like the biggest sign.
Anytime a friend of mine has invited me into their apartment, stuff always happens.
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah. So I still wasn't thinking that it was romantic at all.
Okay.
I just thought, okay, yeah, she just wants to hang out some more. Great. And she said something about cooking me dinner.
Okay.
All right. I mean, that starts to sound like a date to me.
Yeah, but at this point, I wasn't trying to put anything on it. I didn't want to make it weird. I was like, okay, dinner, great.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. Just to clarify, were you actually interested in her before this night?
I mean, yeah, I thought she was really cute.
Okay, so when she made you dinner, you were probably like, sweet.
Yeah, I was. I thought, worst case scenario, I get free dinner.
Right? It's a win-win.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so we go up, she cooks me dinner, we eat, and then she goes, do you want to watch a movie?
Wow. All right.
Dude.
Yeah, this all sounds like more than a friend experience. That sounds like a date to me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I started thinking at this point. Okay. When I started putting it all together, okay, she said yes to go into the play. She invited me into her house. She cooked me dinner, and now she wants to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great date.
Okay.
So then she puts on a movie. I don't even remember what movie it was at this point. I'm not thinking about. It was a movie. I'd never heard of it. I don't care. I'm not even thinking about the movie.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you're not even watching. You're just in your head like, oh my God, I'm on a date with her. I'm on a date.
Yeah, I would have watched an hour of a freeze frame of a pencil at this point. I didn't care.
All right. That's cool. That's exciting. Then you had to feel happy about that.
Yeah. So then she says, let me go change.
Okay.
What?
So I'm sitting on the couch. She goes into her bedroom, and then she comes out in basically pajamas, but kind of like You know how sometimes women like to sleep in boxer shorts and a T-shirt?
Yeah.
That's what she's wearing.
So she goes to change and then comes back in something skimpy.
Yes.
All right.
Almost skimpy,
That's pretty intimate, though, to be in her sleeping clothes.
Yes. That's at this point, I'm like, oh my God, yes, this is a date.
Sweet. So you said in your email that you're not sure, though. Why? I mean, this is definitely a date.
Okay, so she sits down on the couch next to me, like real close next to me, and she puts a blanket over both of us.
Okay.
And so halfway through this movie that I'm not even paying attention to, I think, well, if I don't do something, I'm going to lose the opportunity.
Right.
Dude. So did you make a move?
So I do the thing where I kind of put my hand on the opposite side of her face, the side opposite for me,
Wait,
and I
what?
kind of draw
You
her
do the
in.
thing. Okay. You started that, and I was like, so you do your trick and you just grab her face? Is that what you do?
No. You know, like you kind of put your hand like gently on her chin or something,
Okay.
and just kind of guide her face toward yours. I wasn't like you know.
Yeah. All right. So trying to get a kiss.
Yeah. And she turns her face towards mine, just sort of guided by my hand. And then all of a sudden, she starts making this noise and turning away from me. And she's just going, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Like that.
Okay.
And so I take my hand off of her chin, and then we just watch the rest of this stupid movie. And now I'm going, she didn't want to kiss me.
Did she bring it up to you at all? Did she mention anything about it?
No, she didn't say a word. And, I mean, I left pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, that would be pretty embarrassing.
I give you it's a bold move to go in for that kiss, but it's like the worst case scenario that you get rejected.
Yeah, it was really awkward. And I asked her if she wanted to talk about what had happened the other night, and she said no.
Just like no other explanation.
Yeah, she just said no, nothing else.
Wow. Okay, and is that the last thing you've heard from her, or have you guys tried to talk about it at all?
No, we haven't talked about it at all.
Yikes.
Dude, I don't know. I just think you misread the situation.
Now I really want to do the second part of the second date update, because I do have to know if this was a date or not.
Yeah, well, believe me too.
Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Great.
I got Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and we don't know if it's a date, actually, still. We're trying to figure that out. If you missed the first part, Darren is on the phone, and he wants to call Renee. Renee is a friend of his, and they went out one night to see a play and then got back to her house, and she made him dinner and then decided to watch a movie together, and she got in, like, her boxer shorts and put a blanket over him. And then at that point, he was like, this is awesome. I'm on a date with Renee now. And so they were in the middle of the movie, and he tried to kiss her, and that's when she said no. And she hasn't talked to him since.
Ouch.
So we're still not really sure if that was even a date, but we do know that Renee is pissed at him for some reason.
It's so confusing. My one question, though, is when she got into her boxer outfit, makeup on or took the makeup off?
You're asking if she had makeup on?
Yeah.
She was in a T-shirt and boxers. I have no idea.
Yeah,
okay.
good point.
Maybe I should
At
have
that
asked
point,
if-
you're not really paying attention.
I should have asked if she had a bra on. Is maybe the better question for you.
I can tell you that, because she did not.
Okay.
Oh, she didn't.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
man, that is some mixed signals,
I
girlfriend.
know. All right. Well, I'm going to call her right now and see if we can get an answer. You ready?
Please.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Renee, please?
This is her.
Hey, what's up, Renee? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
The radio?
Well, I'm a person. But yes.
I love you guys. I listen to you guys all the time.
Really?
awesome,
Oh, okay.
Renee.
Well, yeah,
Thank
this is
you.
the radio show. It is Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if you listen to us all the time, then you probably heard a second date update before, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wait, you guys are calling me about a date that I went on?
Yeah.
I haven't been on any dates with anyone.
Oh, all right. Well, that kind of answers a question for us then, because Darren, who I guess is your buddy, thought that maybe you were on a date the other day.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed.
Well, he emailed us because he said that when you guys went out, he thought it turned into a date.
Oh.
And then he told us about how he tried to kiss you and you turned him down, and then he left and you haven't talked to him since.
Yeah, it's just kind of awkward.
Okay.
So you never really liked Darren in that way, is what you're saying.
I mean,
He's cute. I've always thought Darren was cute, but what did he tell you guys?
Well, he said that you guys went out to see a play and then went back to your place, and then that's when he started feeling like you guys were on a date because you made him dinner and then got in like your sleeping stuff and then put a blanket over you guys to watch a movie. It all sounded very date-ish to me.
I mean, yeah, all that happened, but at first it was just friends hanging out.
Oh, so wait. You mean at first, like, you had intentions, at some point your intentions switched from friends to something else?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so you guys were both on the same page at some point.
We were having fun, and I was just kind of going with things. At some point, I thought this could be a date.
Okay. So why aren't you calling him back then?
Oh my gosh. Things got so awkward at the end of the night.
Okay.
Wait, during the kiss? Like, you didn't want to kiss him? That's when it got awkward?
I can't believe he told you about that.
Oh my God.
It's not embarrassing for you. It's embarrassing for him because you shot him down big time, it sounds like.
Well, it was just so awkward. We were watching this movie, and the family dog had just died.
What?
And it was a Shih Tzu like I used to have when I was a kid, and I started crying. And then he just, like, put his hand on my face in this weird way.
Oh, my God.
I don't. It was just such a weird way and time to kiss someone.
Oh, he didn't know.
Wait, and then, so he kissed you when you were crying over the death of the dog in the movie?
Yes.
Did he notice that you were crying?
Obviously, he didn't. I mean, who tries to kiss someone after a dog just dies in a movie?
Hey, I don't know what his thing is. You know, that could be his thing.
No.
Oh, that's not a thing.
I know who does know, Renee.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. Is he on the phone right now?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Hey, Renee.
oh hey, Darren.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay, so, yeah, bad timing on my part.
yeah.
To say the least.
To be fair, as soon as I saw you in what you were wearing, I wasn't even paying attention to the movie. And I didn't know that a dog died in that movie.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, a dog died in that movie right before you tried to kiss me. There was a
Yeah.
child crying.
Yeah, I feel really bad. I had no idea that you were kind of in an emotional place when I did that.
Jared.
God.
So I guess now we can understand why she was like, no, don't kiss me. Don't kiss me.
Yeah, it definitely makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. Well, I feel kind of bad now because I haven't been responding to your text messages.
I know, I'm wondering that too. I mean, like, yeah, bad timing on a kiss, but it's not a reason not to call somebody back.
It was just so weird and so awkward. I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what would be really cool? If you gave me a second chance,
Oh,
maybe we got together and watched another movie. This time maybe it could be Beethoven. The dog lived the whole time.
That's a good idea.
See, observant. He is observant.
Renee, would you like to go out on another date with Darren? We'll pay for it.
Come on.
I would. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Really?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and this will be a date the whole way through?
The whole time, yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I know we don't want to replicate the first date, but can you still wear that outfit?
You tried to kiss me after a dog died. Don't push your luck, okay, Darren?
Yeah, Darren, tread lightly. All right, well, congratulations. You guys got a second date.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. And Darren, next time you try to kiss her right before it, FaceTime me so I can let you know if it's okay.
I'll have you on speed dial.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, I'll totally date that guy. Movies about dead dogs don't bother me one bit. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. That was obviously taped while Brooke was still here. Brooke is out on maternity leave and Jackie is filling in. But if you missed today's second date update, this dude named Darren wanted to call a girl named Renee. They're actually kind of friends.
Yeah.
And they were hanging out one night at what he thought was a friend date. And then it got more serious after they were done, like, watching a play and stuff. They went back to her place. She made dinner, and then she got into her comfy clothes, got on the couch, put a blanket over both of them, and then he was like, oh, my God, this is an actual date.
I've got to make my move.
I'm getting
And
it.
so they were sitting there watching a movie, and he says he was so nervous he wasn't really paying attention to much, just wondering when he was going to make his move. Then he leaned over to kiss her, and she said, no. And then it was awkward after that, and he left. And she wasn't calling back, and he was wondering why. Well, we found out the reason that she wasn't calling him back was because during the movie, there was a dog that died, like the family dog, whatever movie they were watching, and she was
Poor
kind of
dog always
crying a
dies.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the moment that he went in for the kiss. As soon as her tears started to flow from the dead dog.
Yeah, that's just really bizarre timing. Like, that's not smart.
Yeah, that's just really bad timing. Like, oh, I can see that you're all broken up about this. Hey, screw that dog, though.
Yeah.
And screw your crying. Let's make out.
And maybe, like, I do feel like maybe in some people's minds they think, I'm going to comfort you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it
Vulnerable.
seems creepy.
Yeah, and that's even creepier if you're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because, they're vulnerable, and then you're going in.
Yeah, let me wipe
Yeah.
that tear away and then just move in on
Let me
the.
wipe the tear away with my tongue.
Yeah, how about I just kiss those tears off your cheek? So she felt awkward and wasn't calling him back. We got him on the phone. They talked about it, and he told her that he didn't mean to try to kiss her after the dog had died. And they decided to go on another date, an actual date.
Yay!
That could work out.
Where they both know it's a date.
Yeah, really rare that we actually have a successful second date update
I
where
know.
the two agree to go out. And they did actually agree to go out. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person that didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.